What is the golden visa in Dubai? How do you get it? How much does it cost? And what are the requirements? All these questions will be answered in this video. This is the only video you will need to watch in order to answer all these questions. So the golden visa in Dubai has been quite popular for the past couple of years for many reasons. So what are the main benefits of the golden visa? Let's get right into it. The benefits of the golden visa are it's a visa that allows you to live, work, and stay in the UAE for up to 10 years. And after that, it can easily be renewed if the requirements are still met. So basically, instead of a 1 or 2 year visa when it comes to employment or investment visa or freelancer visa that are limited to 2 years or 1 year in the case of a freelancer visa, you can stay up to 10 years. And after 10 years, you can renew it. So basically, the visa is valid much longer. That's the main benefit. The second benefit is you don't need to be in the UAE or travel to the UAE. So basically, all the other visas require you to go to the UAE every 2 years, every 6 months. Otherwise, you have to apply for a re-entry pass, which costs around 1,000 dirhams, depending on the free zone or the company setup you have chosen for your visa. So definitely to be avoided. And with the golden visa, you don't have that requirement as well. So you can basically leave the UAE and come back after 8, 9, or 10 years. So this is basically an option for everyone who doesn't want to move to Dubai but wants to have a valid visa in order to access all the amenities Dubai has to offer, rent an apartment, buy an apartment, or actually open bank accounts and so on. Another benefit of the golden visa is quite new that has been introduced in 2026, and that is a golden visa concierge service. Basically, the UAE offers concierge to all the golden visa holders. This includes a dedicated phone hotline that you can call at any time, 24 hours, 7 days a week, and they will answer, help you in case of emergency. Let's say you traveled abroad, lost your passport, or actually are in a medical or in another emergency, they will help you out as quickly as possible. Or if you have relatives that might have died overseas, they offer you to bring them back. So there are various services that will help you out in case you have an emergency outside of the UAE, which is quite nice to have. And that's another benefit on top of the other two. So what are the requirements of getting a golden visa? There are many different ways to go about it, but the most common one is through an investment. So basically you have to invest 2 million dirham and up into real estate or in a bank account. So basically you buy a property that is worth 2 million dirham, you are eligible to get the golden visa. But the property doesn't have to be finished, so you can even make a down payment if you're buying an off-plan property that is valued at 2.5 million dirham, for example, and you only put down 50, 100 to 200,000 dirham and you get the title deed, then you are eligible to apply for the golden visa. So basically, real estate is usually the most common option. Another option is to put money in a bank account, same requirement, 2 million dirham or up, into a savings account or investment product from a bank, and then you are also eligible to apply for a golden visa. Other routes are very specific, and the UAE issues golden visas as well for certain professions, doctors, engineers, researchers, scientists, or other people who are from a very specific job that is highly in demand, and people obviously need to be highly educated and contribute a lot of value in order to be able to apply for a golden visa. But usually, most cases, people go for the route of property investment. Either they purchase it outright, finance it, or they just go for an off-plan property, put down a payment, and go about the payment plan for the next couple of years. So how do you actually get it? Once you meet the requirements, depends on which route you want to go. You can apply online. There are multiple fees you need to pay. For instance, if you go for the property route, there's a dedicated website. I will link it down below where you can submit your application. This will take a couple of days of processing. You also need to pay for the fees. And the total amount, I will get into the costs later. Most applications are online. I will link all of them down. Second thing, once you have submitted the application online, you actually end in the UAE. You have to do the same as all the other visa requirements. You have to go for your medical test. It's a quick medical examination, takes about 30 minutes. Nothing crazy. They only test you for certain highly infectious diseases like polio or HIV. After that, within like an hour or two, you get your result. And then with the result, you fill out your Emirates ID application. It's a form, you can download it online. And with the application and the medical test result, you go to a typing center and do your biometrics. Biometrics is basically just a quick appointment where they take your fingerprints. The fingerprints will be saved on your Emirates ID and can be used to verify yourself, do banking, and all sorts of other things. Usually this can be done within a week. So upon arrival, the first day you can do the medical test, and on the second or third day, you can do the biometrics. Sometimes on the same day, if there's not a lot going on. So it depends on on the busyness of the day, but usually within a couple of days, you can get it done. You will receive your residence visa digitally via PDF. Back then in the day, it was printed in your passport. These days are gone, so it's now fully digital. You will also have an app. It's called the ICP app where you'll find it. And then after a couple of days, the Emirates ID will be printed and delivered to wherever you are, to your hotel, Airbnb. So you need to stay in the UAE usually for a week and a half. If you want to receive the Emirates ID, usually we only ask our clients to be in the UAE for 3 to 4 days. We collect the Emirates ID for them and then ship it to wherever they are, maybe in Europe, Asia, wherever. It doesn't matter. But basically, it only takes a couple of days in the UAE. And then you have the visa, you have the Emirates ID, and you can do everything you want with it. And you're an official resident of the UAE with the golden visa. The fees, to break it down, usually if you go the property investment route, aside from the investment itself, obviously it's going to cost you around $3,000. So the total cost will be around $3,500. This will include all the fees, the government fees, the medical test, the Emirates ID application form, as well as the fee for the Emirates ID. So basically, that's the fee. If you want to go with an agency, they will charge on top of that. It is recommended. I'm a bit biased, obviously, because we are offering that service, but I've seen it multiple times where people do it themselves and it takes weeks and weeks because they don't know what they're doing. So basically, it's just you pay on top and you save a lot of time. You get it done in the most efficient way. You will find a link down below where you can book a consultation with me. I'm happy to help you out, get your golden visa. That's basically it for this video. Hope you liked it. Until the next video, see you soon.